The gate was 2.85 million. The attendance was 17,011. Can't read this. Second largest something. Awesome. Fight of the night was Weidman versus Jacare. And the performance of the nights were Israel and Cannonier. So they all won $50,000. Congratulations to them. I can't figure that out. What was it? The second what?
The largest commercial pay-per-view event of this year.
Boom. Good for us. Huh?
Second. So that was number one.
Who's got the first question?
Dana, were you anything surprise you about the main event, DC's dominance, or did you see that kind of going that way possibly?
Yeah, listen, that was obviously a possibility, but yeah, I was surprised at how easily he dominated him and did whatever he wanted to do. Impressive.
We were all talking yesterday about, where does John Jones rank? Could he be the best of all time? But where would you put DC on that list? He's got to be up close to the
Absolutely.
top spot.
And not just for what he's done fighting two different weight classes, undefeated at heavyweight, only lost to John Jones at light heavyweight, and outside of the octagon too, who he is, how he represents the sport, how he represents the brand, how good he is as a broadcaster, and I mean, the guy's just all around incredible.
Last thing for me, Dana, is Brock next for DC, and any idea when that could happen?
I don't know. We got to see. I don't know what he's got going on. Brock, that is. He just got done with. I haven't talked to him.
Congratulations once again. Third time here at the Garden, 205, Connor, wild, 217, ridiculous, 3 title changes, mayhem, wildness. How would you sum up tonight, 230?
Thanks. It was awesome. I mean, this card was incredible. Incredible from the bottom to the top. I think you saw some new stars break out tonight. Cannonier is a guy that I was really high on early on when I saw him fight in a couple fights. So then I moved him too fast and I put him in with Glover Teixeira, who wrestled him to death. Standing up, he was beating Teixeira on the feet. Teixeira wrestled him and whatever. I said, man, this kid could wrestle. This kid could be very dangerous and whatever. But, you can't learn to wrestle that fast. So my guys come to me when these fights are falling apart. I'm like, we want to do Cannonier versus Branch. I'm like, no, we're not doing Cannonier versus Branch. Cannonier can't wrestle. You're going to go in there and throw him in there again. They're like, he's begging for this fight. Sometimes we have to protect these guys from themselves. So all this shit goes on. We end up doing it. And wow. I literally got up from my seat and walked over, when he was walking out of the octagon, telling the story. And, wow. Especially against a guy like Branch, the way he handled the wrestling in that fight. And then obviously Israel has been a guy who has been on the rise here for a minute. But I really felt like tonight was his first big test. Obviously his opponent hits like a truck and wrestles really well. And Madison Square Garden opening the show, and man, did he deliver. And, many people, including me, think this kid is the future.
Absolutely.
And he went out and put a stamp on it tonight. What I think he should do is go home and spend some time with his family. He stepped up and took this fight on short notice again for us. So just DC should go home, relax, have some fun, and take some time off.
Tell us a little bit about...
We're talking about Israel?
Yeah, Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
I mean, talk to us a little bit about this quick rise. Is this one of the...
Yeah, listen.
And working with him...
The minute I saw this kid, I was like, holy shit, this is really good. I like this. Then you hear him talk. I like that too. He's the whole package. Yeah, maybe he'll be the backup. We'll talk about it. I literally can't sit here and tell you enough good things about this kid. I like this kid a lot. And like I said, he came out tonight and put the stamp on it, man. He came out and really looked good tonight. I mean, if you look at how good he's looked in his other fights, he didn't even finish. He finished Derek Brunson tonight. Chris Weidman came out and was absolutely just picking him apart. But Jacare would not stop moving forward, man. He was moving forward. He was throwing punches. He was ripping him to the body. Great body shots that he had thrown, but he just wouldn't quit. You could tell this guy wanted to win this fight so bad, and he caught him. He ended up catching Weidman, and I thought Weidman had 3 rounds in the bag and was on his way to a win. He was 2 minutes away from winning the fight, but that's what happens when a guy wants to win that bad. What I've been arguing about all week was people that are saying he didn't deserve this shot. He's the number 2 ranked guy in the world. Who deserves the shot? He just beat Stipe in the first round. He knocked out the heavyweight champion in the first round. This guy's ranked number 2. He just beat the number whatever guy. Who deserves it if it's not Derek Lewis? You know? And whether you got 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, Cormier is a beast. He's a handful for anybody. If somebody thinks they're done, if it even crosses their mind that they're done, you'll never hear an argument out of me. When you say you're done, you're probably done. If I was a genie, I could tell you that, but I'm not. We got to see how all this stuff plays out. Like I said, I think Cormier should take some. I really appreciate him stepping up and taking this fight, and you know, he needs to take some time off and spend some time with his family and heal his body up, and you know. You think about Cormier. This guy's been doing this for a very long time, you know, wrestling and mixed martial arts, and you know, he's going to be 40 years old soon. He's got a lot of wear and tear on his body. Take some rest. He's an absolute freak, man. He's such a talented guy, and when I say talented, I mean in every way, shape, and form. He's a talented guy. This guy thinks I hate him and all this. If I hated you, why would I do that? I'm the one that did this deal. I'm the one that came up with this deal. This was my idea. Why would I do this if I hated you so bad and didn't want you to be here? And, it makes no sense.
Did you unblock him on Twitter?
I didn't even know that he was blocked on Twitter. Yeah. It like wasn't my first priority. You know, I've been doing some shit. You know, I've been busy. But yes, I had my girl that does it unblock him on Twitter.
Do you have any idea when he could debut? He seems to really want, you know, Colby Covington, Darren Till, one of those guys.
I'm just as excited. Listen, in this sport, you know, you find guys that people believe are great, or they believe they're great. It's very hard to go undefeated in this sport. I don't care who you are, who you fought. Very hard to go undefeated. And we have situations like this. I love bringing people in like him to find out if they really are. It's incredible. It's a great. You know, in my opinion, it was a great deal for me. I say it all the time. This is the fight business. You're going to have people that don't like each other. Israel and Brunson weren't very friendly with each other. They you know, there was some animosity between those two, but that's normal. This is people fight for a living, and you're going to have, you know, the guys that don't like each other, and you're going to have the guys that totally respect each other and have no problems. You know, it's all good to me. You know, the thing is that we were prepared for the whole Khabib thing. We were ready for all the stuff that happened. I didn't let fans come to that first press conference, and I was absolutely right not to let fans come to that thing. Then we were ready for anything that could possibly happen, and Khabib slipped through that one guy's arms and got over that fence, and you know, but even when he did, we had the whole thing wrapped up in 40 seconds. You know, less than 40 seconds. I didn't put the belt on him. Nobody was throwing things till he got to the tunnel. All good. He's got bigger issues than where he wants to fight. Every time he gets better and tries to get into camp and get in shape, leg keeps splitting open. So he's got to figure that out before we can even think about another opponent for him.
Just last one from me. Since Khabib came up, I know we have to wait for the commission thing to unfold, but his team did come out and say that if he was to fight again, they want a $50 million payday. Is that realistic for him for his next fight?
Sure. Come on.
What is realistic?
Huh?
What is realistic for him?
They know what's realistic for them. They know the answer to that question. It's fun to say, though. We want $50 million.